This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Blake Snell made some headlines. Yesterday we were talking about how, baseball players, and I talked a little bit about this yesterday because I know it's really simple to get mad at the baseball players for all of this. And look, baseball doesn't get it, and they are losing their what's it called, their fans and all that. I get it all. I understand all those issues. And I talked about it yesterday. You can listen to the segment. I explain where I understand where baseball players are coming from because the owners are kind of being lowlifes on this one. And they don't want to get set up for something down the line. So Blake Snell didn't come off the right way because he didn't deliver it the right way. And so he kind of delivered it in a way that sounded very uneducated. Kind of streetish in a way, you know what I mean?
His publisher was not involved.
Yeah, it's just one of those deals that it just didn't sound good. But I do understand where they're coming from. Also, those people that are working now, they're working because they got to work, man, like we do, because we got to keep our heads above water. We got to pay for bills. There are a lot of people out there that are dying to work and they can't. And so people are, even if they're got to take some chances, it is what it is, unfortunately, right? But then there's a lot of other people that they're really fortunate. They're not like you and me that work from month to month to try to keep our heads above water. No, these people have luxuries. And if you had them, you would think the same way like Blake Snell. If you had millions in the bank and they're asking you to take all kinds of pay cuts for this year, you're like, hey, you know what? Hey, man, I don't need to take a chance to catch COVID. So why am I going to do that? I got money in the bank. I'm good. I'll wait till next year. I'm not playing. So if you had money in the bank and you didn't have to work, you would do the same thing. Selfishly, we all want sports to come back for our entertainment. We don't care what they're risking. So here's Blake Snell explaining this. All right, you're going to hear it if you haven't heard it. Some of you have, maybe some of you haven't. Here's Blake Snell talking about taking that pay cut. And I want you to hear this, but I'm going to add something to maybe where he's also coming from. Go ahead.
I'm going to be like, bro, Blake, play for the love of the game, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Money should not be a thing. Bro, I'm risking my life. What do you mean it should not be a thing? It 100% should be a thing. If I'm going to play, I should be getting money I signed to be getting paid. I should not be getting half of what I'm getting paid because the season's cut in half on top of a 33% cut of the half that's already there. So I'm really getting like 25%. On top of that, it's getting taxed. So imagine how much I'm actually making to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't making shit. And on top of that, so all that money's gone. And now I play risking my life. And if I get the Rona, on top of that, if I get the Rona, guess what happens with that? Oh, yeah, that's in my body forever. That damage is not going to be like the damage that was done to my body, that's going to be there forever. So now I got to play with that on top of that. So y'all got to understand, man, for me to take a pay cut is not happening because the risk is through the roof. It's a shorter season, less pay. Like, bro, yeah, man, I got to get my money. I'm not playing unless I get mine. Okay, and that's just the way it is for me. Like, I'm sorry if you guys think differently, but the risk is way the hell higher and the amount of money I'm making is way lower. Why would I think about doing that? Like, I'm sorry. So in my head, I'm preparing for next season. And I'm actually preparing for right now, but as if I'm preparing for next season. Like, it's super weird, man. More Twitch streams for us, that's facts. But guys, I'm just saying, man, it just doesn't make sense for me to lose all of that money and then go play and then be on lockdown, not around my family, not around the people I love, and get paid way the hell less, and then the risk of injury runs every time I step on the field. So it's not worth it. It's not. I love baseball to death. It's just not worth it.
I do want to one caveat. You don't really love baseball to death because then you would take the chance and play with COVID. I'm just saying. I just wanted to throw a little joke on the side there. Don't tell me you love baseball to death because then you'd be willing to put your life on the line. Anyway, all kidding aside, he's right about a lot of this stuff. The way the owners agreed to a prorated deal. So if you're not playing the 162 games, if you're not playing 162 and you only play 100, you'll get prorated. You'll get paid for the 100 games just like you would get paid for 162. Same amount. It's just prorated for 100 or 80 or 90, whatever. Now they got it down to 50%. They put it at a cap, which they don't have caps in baseball, and the player's cut is more than 50%. So they would be taking less. So I understand all of that with Blake Snell. Here's the other thing that I wanted to bring up with Blake Snell. And you tell me, I'm a little cynical in life, okay? I've been at this for 30 years. I've been around athletes, owners, general managers. I've been lied to left and right. I've been misled left and right. So that's why I don't necessarily take everything as gospel, and I kind of look at it a little, with a twisted look, just in case, because I just don't trust people a lot of times in this business. So, Blake Snell plays for the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm really proud of myself because I didn't say Devil Rays. Anyway, he plays for the Tampa Bay Rays, a team that is never going to win a World Series. They would need the miracle of all miracles for them to win the World Series. A team that never keeps of core players around because they're not willing to pay their players. So I'm wondering, does it make a difference to Blake Snell if he's playing for Tampa or if he's playing for the Dodgers? If he's playing for Tampa or if he's playing for the Cubs? If he's playing for Tampa or if he's playing for the Astros? If he's playing for Tampa or he's playing for the Yankees or the Red Sox? I'm just wondering, because a part of you doesn't want to take a chance, but I know you don't mention it because it would be kind of rude and you just kept it at money. But deep down inside, does Blake Snell also say, and I'm also going to risk my life to play for the sorry-ass Rays that I know we don't have a chance? Sure, we'll be competitive. Sure, we can make the playoffs every once in a while. We'll sneak in. We do a really good job of drafting, and we develop players. We just don't keep them around. I'm just saying. It's a cheap team. It doesn't keep anybody around. He knows it. Why risk it? Now, if it was a team that actually had a chance at the World Series, even in a shortened season, would Blake Snell react differently? There's just a part of me that I know it's about money. I know the principle about the salary cap. I understand the luxury of having money in the bank and saying, I don't need to work right now. I can wait. I got millions in the bank right now. Me and my family will be fine. Because there's people out here that, God bless them, man. They got money and they're fine. The rest of us, we're either waiting for the stimulus checks, trying to work whatever we can. If we're not working and when we're in really bad shape, it's really tough for a lot of people, But there are those people that are privileged. And they put themselves in that position. And Blake Snell has put himself in that position. So if he has money in the bank and he doesn't want to work, he has that luxury. But there's a part of me, I'm just wondering, how much does it have to do that it's the Rays? That's all I'm saying.